Hello everyone, my name is Shiante Bailey, and on August the 6th, which was this past Thursday at 6:30, I had the privilege of speaking with about 7 moms on the subject of weaknesses. And it's been on me heavy to just have this conversation. I have a lot of friends right now who are mothers, who are just having a hard time right now dealing with a lot of things that are going on concerning children going back to school, just being a mom, having to deal with working, dealing with the trying to manage everything around all of that. So I just wanted to definitely have a discussion with some of my friends and family members about how this has really impacted them and the struggle that they're having to kind of overcome that. And I wanted to get a group of women together because I just wanted to kind of let everybody know that we're not alone in this, and not only just to talk about the weaknesses, but also to try to talk about ways to overcome it. Because I wanted to try to bridge that gap. I don't want people to just feel like we're out here all alone with nobody that feels the same way. So the group was like I said, some mothers that came together. None of them really knew each other, which I kind of did purposely because I wanted everybody to know, whether we know each other or not, the issue is the same. We all have weaknesses, but together, coming together, we can overcome them. So it's about an hour with these moms. They have children from like 4 years old to 20, so all different grades, all different ages, and we all just came together to really just talk about what we've had to face lately, and how it's had an impact on us. And so when the meeting first started, I wanted to kind of do an icebreaker. So my icebreaker included the moms talking about their day. So I made them, or I asked them rather, to come to me and come to the group. It was a Zoom meeting, so we were all on the video chat. And I asked them to first say their name, and then I wanted them to do a one phrase description of their day. So they had to give one word about their day. And I found it really interesting because one of my friends said migraine. And it's like, wow, I automatically knew from just that one word that, okay, if she doesn't do a lot of responding, then I automatically knew it's because of her migraine. And so that was really helpful for me, and I feel like it was very helpful for the other moms because a lot of us have had a migraine and we know what that feels like. So just her making the sacrifice to still be on that call, having that migraine, and then being transparent enough to let us know, like, I have a migraine, it was very helpful. That round was very useful in letting us know that and moving forward, knowing how to receive her. And so as we move forward, we discussed weaknesses. I introduced weaknesses. I talked about the purpose and how we were going to talk about weaknesses, but also talk about ways to overcome the weaknesses. And then I opened up the floor for each woman to go around and talk about an individual weakness. Only one. I only wanted to do one because I didn't want someone to overcrowd another person from speaking. So we went one by one. And it was some very good weaknesses that came out, not able to take control off the table, just not know how to let go of that control, not knowing how to say no, all these kind of things, just, that you deal with on a regular basis. And I had a lot of moms just shaking their heads. So, just doing that active listening and then making sure that I was able to link that together with other moms. They're agreeing, and all of a sudden it's this room of women that never known each other from different states. And it's like, you just see the bond forming, and I thought that was just so amazing to see that. And so after that, we were able to talk about ways to bridge that gap and not only just accept the weakness, but find ways to overcome the weakness, and just building that. And it was just so important to see that. And it was just a very powerful moment. And, you know, I took a lot from it. You know, myself, I just thought that it was a bad time. You know, it was a lot of moms on the phone with it being 6:30 on a Thursday. You know, a lot of moms were doing a lot of things. So if I could take anything away from that, my most challenging thing was that I had so much information to give. But a lot of the moms were distracted because they had a lot of things going on. But I definitely would plan a different time next time, to just make sure that I'm able to truly make sure that those moms are getting what they need. And anytime I have a group from now on, just making sure that I am providing the proper time to make sure that it is speaking to the individual group that I am trying to target. And then, you know, the most impactful thing that I learned about this whole thing is just don't be afraid. If something's on your heart, no matter how scared you may be to go ahead and bring that out, you know, just do it, because you don't know whose life is changing. I had all 6 of those women call me after. Either they called or they texted me and they said, you know what, I want to do this more often. You know, maybe we should do a book club. Maybe we should do something else, just to make sure that we are in contact with each other. So just make sure that whenever you are being led to do something, to just do it, no matter how afraid you are, because you never know whose life you are impacting and changing. You don't know who you're helping. So just always ask the question, how can I help and who can I help?